Israel has resumed intense airstrikes on Gaza, with its government confirming that the operation was fully coordinated with Washington. Israeli spokesman David Mencer stated that the country has thanked the US President Donald Trump and his administration for their unwavering support. This escalation follows the deadliest attacks on Gaza since a brief ceasefire took effect in January. Amid the renewed offensive, an Israeli airstrike killed Naji Abu Saif, also known as Abu Hamza, the spokesperson for the armed wing of Palestinian group Islamic Jihad. The strike targeted his home in central Gaza, killing his wife and several family members, according to sources from the group. UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher described the situation as catastrophic, stating that residents are once again living in abject fear. He reported unconfirmed accounts of hundreds of casualties as airstrikes resumed across the enclave. Addressing the UN Security Council, Fletcher warned that the cycle of violence is worsening, leaving Gaza's already devastated population in a dire situation. According to BBC, violence erupted in Nagpur, Maharashtra, after Hindu troops demanded the removal of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb's tomb. Clashes broke out when Vishwa Hindu Parishad and Bajrang Dal burned his effigy and called for the tomb's removal. Rumors of religious desecration fueled tensions, leading to stone pelting and vehicles being set on fire. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis described the violence as a well-planned attack. He stated that a group of 250 Muslim men gathered after evening prayers, shouted slogans and threatening to set vehicles ablaze. Police intervened using force and over 50 people were detained. 33 policemen were injured. Security has been tightened and a curfew imposed in parts of Nagpur. Shops and businesses remain shut as authorities work to restore order. The opposition has criticized the BJP-led government, saying law and order have collapsed. The unrest was triggered by a Bollywood film depicting Maratha ruler Sambhaji's brutal execution by Aurangzeb. Calls to remove the tomb have intensified with politicians from Hindu nationalist parties fueling the debate. In 2022, the site was closed to visitors after a regional politician questioned its existence. Prime Minister Modi has also spoken about Aurangzeb's legacy, condemning his historical actions. Pakistan's top civilian and military leadership convened a high-level security meeting at Parliament House to address the rising threat of terrorism. The Parliamentary Committee on National Security emphasized the need for a unified political commitment and a national consensus to combat terrorism with the full force of the state. The meeting came amid recent attacks on security personnel, including the deadly Jafar Express hijacking and a suicide blast in Balochistan. The committee condemned these incidents, expressed solidarity with victims' families, and reiterated support for law enforcement agencies. Discussions focused on the immediate implementation of the National Action Plan and Operation Azm-e-Istehkam to dismantle terrorist networks and curb the misuse of social media by extremist groups. Chief of Army Staff General Asim Munir addressed the committee, stressing that national security must take precedence over political agendas. He called for stronger governance to prevent further loss of life, urging religious scholars to counter extremist narratives. He reaffirmed the military's resolve to eliminate terrorism and its facilitators. Despite the urgency of the matter, opposition alliance Tehreek-e-Tahaffuz-e-Ain Pakistan boycotted the meeting, citing the absence of jailed ex-Premier Imran Khan. PTI officials demanded his release on parole and refused to participate, arguing that security discussions should include all political representatives. Ruling party leaders criticized PTI's decision, accusing it of prioritizing political interest over national security.